going on, guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a look at the WWE Mattel Elite Collection Ringside Collectibles exclusive from the Vault series. We have the Undertaker and Hardcore Kane. If you are interested in adding any of these figures to your collection, you can do so by going over to ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop, use promo code FORLIFE. It will save you 10% off your order. I cannot believe that we are seeing these figures being re-released again. Like I said in a prior video, if you guys have watched my review on this new From the Vault series, I feel like this allows more of these premium figures, like the Undertaker, which was a Defining Moments figure. This was, I believe, a $30 price point. Was it? Yeah, I'm going to say it was. Maybe it was $30 or $25 when the Defining Moments first came out. And that's kind of hard to just squeeze them in an Elite Greatest Hits. Based on the soft goods accessories and all that stuff. Same with Kane, a Ringside Collectibles exclusive at a higher premium price point. This allows us to get it because I don't think we'd be seeing these figures in the Elite Greatest Hits wave. You know, you can see how they kind of balance it out. We do have some just kind of more standard Elites being released, but this allows for more of like the Defining Moments and the Ringside Collectibles exclusive figures to come out. And you can see them here. At the time, the Undertaker didn't even have the interchangeable hands. You get a plethora of interchangeable hands with this Undertaker. He does have his little, I guess, bat cape or whatever when he dropped down from the ceiling. You can see Kane, he does come with, again, interchangeable hands. He does come with the Hardcore title. I remember when this figure came out, I wasn't too crazy about it, but I feel like it's gone up in the secondary market, and this gives people who missed out an opportunity to get it at an affordable price. But you can see that From the Vault series has a great homage packaging to the original Mattel series that came out so long ago. On the top of the box, you will see the Ringside Collectibles exclusive logo, as well as the Elite Collection. Flipping over to the side, you will see the images of Kane and the Undertaker. And the same images on the other side, don't forget, on the bottom, From the Vault, kind of like a ticker going around the box. Really love the attention to detail. You can pause right here if you guys would like to take a look at the read-up and stats for Taker and Kane. But enough chatting. Let's come back, get both these figures out of the packaging, and see what they're all about. And starting us off, we are taking a look at Kane out of the packaging. So accessory-wise, you do get a set of the open hands for Kane to do his iconic ring pose here, blowing out those flames from the turnbuckles. You also do get the Hardcore Championship belt. This looks really nice. I believe, of course, this came with the original release Hardcore Kane, but I'm not sure who else this belt came with. I think it did come with an Elite Viscera, which I do have in my collection. I remember when the Hardcore Kane figure came out, I wasn't super excited. I really bought it just for the belt, but Ringside did say that was a really good seller for them, so you can see we're getting this version redone again. You can see the nice detailing on his mask here with the kind of black slashes and marks on it. He does have the painted torso, if you guys can see that, but do love the kind of like see-through mesh kind of paint design here on Hardcore Kane. I believe the arms are bigger. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I don't have that figure in my collection anymore, but I, for some reason, remember him having these really, really small arms. But you guys want to get a quick zoom in on the actual singlet itself. Looks pretty good. I do like it. Again, it's supposed to be like a see-through mesh material, if I do remember correctly. You can see the detailing on the belt. It is painted on here. There is no actual belt. I kind of wish we could have had a little more detailing with that. Maybe something similar to the Ultimate Edition Kane, but looks really good. You do have the flames on the side of his pants as well. He does have the non-glossy boots. Again, I don't know if that's accurate, but you do have the tall boots here. You can see on his wrist cuffs here, they do have some nice detailing as well. And over here, you do have Kane on the other side. Taking a look at the back of the singlet. Looks pretty good. I do like it. I feel like this is, you know, a pretty fun run for Kane, and his figures really do seem to sell well. And I would love to jump into some comparisons. For our first set of comparisons, on the left, we have the Decade of Domination Kane. And again, if you guys wanted to throw the mask on there to have a mask Kane, you can go that route as well. On the right, we have the Survivor Series Elite Kane. This is one that also came with those puny arms. I did actually swap mine out. I believe these were Braun Strowman arms or Brock Lesnar. I think actually they were Braun Strowman. I had to remove the tattoo if I do remember correctly. But the bigger arms, to me, really do Kane justice. I feel like at this time he was really jacked. So these arms are okay, but I wish they would have been a little bigger, similar to what I have on the Survivor Series Elite here. A few more Kane comparisons for you guys here. So on the left, we have the Ultimate Edition that came with the Raw is War ring, as well as the Ultimate Edition Kane here in the black and red. You can see the belt. I really do love that it's a free-floating piece. I don't know if it necessarily would have worked with this kind of design, but would have loved to seen something a little plussed up with this Kane to really add some more detailing. You can see this Elite is a little bit on the shorter side. Not by much, but obviously the Ultimates are always a little bigger due to the style of the torso. But do love the mask. Do love how they pair together. I think my only gripe with this Kane really is going to be the size of those arms. They are a little small. You can even see it on the Ultimate. I just feel like this is a better fit, and I wish they'd be a little more consistent with it. Moving on to the Undertaker, and you can see this is kind of a different Taker. I believe this is like around the 96 era where he made his entrance with the big cape from the ceiling. And, you know, I was never the biggest fan of this figure when it originally came out in the Defining Moments line, but we'll talk about that as we go on with this figure review. But let's take a look at the accessories included. So you do get a set of the interchangeable mic open holding hands. You do also get a set of the fisted hands here, as well as the kind of choke slam hands on the figure. So I remember having this figure in my collection at the time when this came out. There weren't that many Undertakers from this era. We had a lot of the modern day Takers at the time. But this one, I feel like it was just such a very one-off entrance. I don't really remember him doing this more than once. And I remember this cape really falling a lot. It never really sat the best, and it took up a lot of space on my display. So I don't know, I was never the biggest fan of it, and it still doesn't fit the best. You can see it does articulate. You can extend it out like a Batman cape. It does have some nice size to it. The fabric feels good. I unfortunately do not have this figure in my collection anymore, but the way this works is it actually clips on to the back here, and you will see these actual ports, or these clips. So what you're supposed to do is push it in and then push down. You can see that arrow. And once you push it into these holes, it's supposed to slide down and lock into these spots over here. It kind of does, but again, I just feel like it's a little flimsy. It's a big piece. It's hard to execute, so it's not really Mattel's fault, but you can also articulate it, open it any way you want. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but like I said, back in the day, I was never the biggest fan of it, and now that it's being re-released, I'm not that excited for it. You can see it does have this nice vest here with kind of the fringes hanging off. The head sculpt does have the like marks around his eyes, so again, from a different era. And I remember another issue, like this head would sit over this vest, and once you take it out, he kind of had the hair that would sit out, so this hair actually feels kind of soft, so I wonder if that's maybe something that we can avoid, that kind of flexing of the hair. But let's remove the vest off of the figure for you guys real quick, and you can see the attire on underneath. I actually really did think this attire was a little better, but again, he didn't have the gloves. He kind of had like the bare hands, kind of like a Romeo and Juliet kind of like top. I don't know how to describe, but from that era, you can see he does have, he's a little bit, I wouldn't say he's pale or tan, but he's kind of in between. And he kind of was around this era. I don't feel like he was as pale, but did have a little bit more of a tan. You can see all the tattoos. He's got these big elbow pads on here as well. Let's zoom in. You can get a better look at the attire. Again, you can see the laces here on the front. Moving down, you can see the pants, just very unique, have a very unique mold to it. There is more lacing here on the side. You can see the black boots. The same design on the other side of the pants. Taking a look at the back, it's not a bad figure. Just like I said, it's just such a one-off of an era. And if you guys want to get a quick close-up of this head sculpt, see if I can zoom in. It does look pretty good, and I think this is definitely a step above what we got prior. You can even see on the back how the hair is kind of sculpted here. Looks really nice. Again, if you are a fan of this era of Taker, here's another one to add to your collection. Starting off our Undertaker comparison, so we have a few Takers from the Ministry of Darkness era. We have the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Undertaker here on the left. On the right, we have an Undertaker from the Greatest Hits Elite set. Obviously, a little bit of a later run, but you can see how the Undertaker has evolved as a character. Our next set of comparisons, we do have the Ultimate Edition Undertaker here on the left. On the right, we have the Monday Night Wars Elite Taker. Again, somewhat of a similar era, the mid kind of 90s run. A little different than this Taker here in the middle, but definitely you can see how they stack up. This Monday Night Wars Elite just looks so puny next to him, man. Look at how thin he looks. I actually do prefer the kind of bigger size torso that is used on this new From the Vault figure. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Undertaker and Kane figure. What are your thoughts on the From the Vault set? Will you be grabbing them? Will you be passing? Don't forget to turn on those notification bells to stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my channel. My personal take on these two, I really do like this Kane figure, and I'm going to be honest, I like Kane better than this Undertaker figure. I wasn't a huge fan of this run, but I remember Kane coming out being so menacing, even with the singlet, having the Hardcore Championship belt. My only real complaint, honestly, is the arms need to be a little small, a little bigger. They are a little small on the figure. If you guys maybe have some of the like Ultimate Brock Lesnar's, maybe you could swap the arms and see how that fits. I hope it'll fit on that shoulder joint. That's probably my take on what I'm going to do to kind of plus this figure up. But another opportunity again to get the Hardcore Championship belt, which does look nice. The Undertaker, like I said, it's just such a unique kind of run, or, you know, and I wasn't a big fan of Taker without the gloves at this point, you know, and for the reasons I stated before, like the cape just takes up so much real estate on your display. Also, the vest is going to have that issue where it's going to kind of have the hair like sticking out because it's just sitting over that vest for a long period of time. If you guys do want to avoid that, probably take the entrance gear off, heat the hair a little bit, and it'll probably sit flat. The pants are very unique. You know, it's just, like I said, it's just a very unique taker, just not my personal preference and run. I remember the Defining Moments figures, to be honest. I feel like they did shelf warm for a little bit. And you're talking about, you know, when the Mattel line first started, the price point was a little higher. I think Elites were around 16, 17 bucks. And Defining Moments were 30 bucks, depending where you're buying them. So, but again, some older figures. I know the From the Vault series is a little controversial, and even the Grace Hits. I get both sides of it. I'm on the side of saying, hey, if they can release these figures and make them better, go for it. It kind of pains me to have to spend my money again. But honestly, I'm just probably going to get rid of the older ones and go with the newer ones. I feel like, unless it's a, you know, not an upgrade, like that we've seen that before. I will say the Legends Greatest Hits, like the Bulldog figure, I thought was a downgrade. I didn't like that figure versus the original release, but it's going to ebb and flow. I do like the opportunity, and I don't feel like anyone's right or wrong here in saying, hey, I don't like them, I do like them. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I see both sides of it, and I totally get it. But, you know, let's be realistic. There's money to be made for Mattel. They are doing the best they can to bring money and business to the company and, you know, keep these lines pumping, so I get it. But if you aren't sitting grabbing Kane or The Undertaker, they are now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop, use promo code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. Before you go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you again for your continued support, and I will catch you all in the next video review.